Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday. It's not that great of a morning. It is ugly, and it's been raining on and off all night, and right now it's a little misty. So these guys are tearing apart the boxes on the columns, and I'm gonna go take a look and see what's going on. I don't know. We're gonna check it and take a look. So once again, the corners are not filling in on this. I don't know. They're still taking apart, and then we're gonna go take a look at where the foreman is. That's where we had a malfunction in the casing, and it blew out. So, and they only went halfway up. Actually, 2/3 of the way up. So they gotta have to pour that again. It looks like it's still woo. Yeah, it's still. Yeah, they're gonna be chipping it, looks like, and then fixing this, because it's popped out quite a bit from that board. So it'll be interesting to see what they do, how they're gonna fix this. But I would suspect they're just gonna chip it out and then cover it up, since it has this big bow right here. You can actually see where the foreman just lined it all out of how much needs to be removed off of this column. So this column actually looks good. There's no chips in it. There's nothing missing. It's poured really well. So everything's sort of a little bit on hold with it being a little moist out here. I guess they're gonna work on the outside walls a little bit and see what comes of everything. But gotta say though, this is the best column that they poured so far. And the guys are trying to get the box off right now off this column. Look, this side looks good, but they're struggling right now. It looks like it's stuck. Not sure what's going on, but they can't get it off the column on that side for some reason. Usually the boxes just pop right on off. And the chipping begins. It is a massive chip out that they gotta do. They're gonna be here for a long time chipping on this column. I would suspect it doesn't affect the integrity, them chipping all this out, all this extra cement that bulged out on this. We'll see how it looks when it's finished. I hope it's nice and straight, because this is our living wall, fancy wall. This whole wall in between these two posts are going to be the family wall. All of our wonderful family pictures and everything else, and family tree. I guess is going to have put out and drawn. Wow, there's sun now. But anyways, hopefully it comes out good. Back to this column. It is looking pretty good. Look, I was a little scared there for a second because it didn't want to come off this one, but it looks like 2 out of 4 came out looking pretty good. There's 2 columns that got some work that needs to be done, which really sucks. Maybe on the last 4 or the garage ones are gonna actually come out perfect. We'll see how it comes out. They're getting better with this, but they're still struggling with some things. Wonderful. One guy that's always here is yeah, just plugging away, doing his thing as always. If they're hanging out by himself, so those, he only has what, 1, 2 more ready, and then they'll be ready to be boxed up and poured too sometime today, as long as we got this wonderful sun and the rain stays away. And here's our first mix for the day. This is going to be for the walls. As long as it stays sunny, we'll be doing good shape. I don't know, I think we're just in a little sunny patch right now because it's still looking pretty dark all around us. We just got a nice, beautiful sunny patch. But it's fine with me. I'm not sure how much I'm going to get filmed today. I got an old friend from the Navy stopping by and visiting us, so I would suspect I'll be cutting this short, and I still will be taking over at some point. It'll be beer 30 somewhere, I would suspect. And once he gets here, some good old stories, you know, gotta have those good stories and some good laughs and a good time whenever you meet up an old buddy that's, you know, been around, you still keep in touch, you know. My house is always open to old friends, you know, have some beers and some good laughs. They got a little bit of cement still in the mixer from yesterday. I don't think they got it completely cleaned out, so they're using a hammer trying to beat it out of the bottom of the mixer and work it loose. Well, I guess they'll learn to clean it out next time properly. Or maybe they did, it just hardened up. I don't know if it hardened up like that. I guess maybe they didn't get it done, but who knows? I'm just assuming. And they have moved on. They've chipped enough off of it to straighten it somewhat. I put a leveler on and it's still a little out in a couple spots, but they said once they plaster it up later on and make it all pretty, it'll be nice and straight. But they got to re-pour this again tonight, I think, is what they're gonna do. I'm not 100% sure what they're gonna do, but I know, talk to the foreman and they'll be re-pouring it sometime today or tomorrow to get the finish off the top section. And I'm not sure exactly what they're gonna do right here. I think they're just gonna leave it as is and call it good. I don't know. I'm waiting on Christian's comments to me from what I sent him. So I am not sure exactly what he's doing. I'll find out, but he's measuring out these boxes for the columns. He's trying to figure out the measurements for everything and where to fill everything, and it's all kinds of mathematical equations he's got going on this little piece of board. Forget paper, we got little, like, eighth if that plywood that he's using that he broke off somewhere to write all of his numbers down, figure everything out. What you doing? Just measuring out each sections? All right. In between them. Are they all even? No, they're not all even. Look, there's some bigger ones too. Ah, I see. So you're just figuring out the measurements on these columns, how much you can do. So I just wanted to show a little bit. They're reinforcing, I think, every 2 or 3. I'll have to take a look. It looks like every 3 hollow block on the wall. Then as they go, they're filling these holes in where the dowels came in too, with the cement they're using, mixture that they're using from the hollow blocks. Nice and sturdy. They're using a line. You see, if you can see the lines, they're using lines to make sure the back of the hollow blocks are nice and straight and even. Alright, so I got more information on these boxes, what the guy was doing. So there's not enough support. They're getting little bulges in the longer runs, like these. We'll get these ones right here. And the longer runs, they're getting little bulges on the bottoms of them. I think they're putting the long ones on the bottom. So the foreman was just showing me that they're getting bulges on the columns in certain areas on the pour. So of course at the bottom it's gonna be heavier and it's gonna pop these little plywoods out a little bit. So they're just gonna weld some extra support in there so it holds them back in. So I guess it's trial and error, man, with these forms that they're doing. Alright, he is having fun welding all these little parts on. That is reinforcing the back of these so they'll stop popping out on the bottom with the weight and stuff. But sort of laughing because every time he starts welding right over here, it starts sparking because his ground is on there, right there. So he runs it all the way through here, so he can just grab all these little pieces because they're all touching each other, and it's just one shot for everything for his ground, so he doesn't have to keep constantly moving his ground over. So it's the afternoon after lunch. Everybody's chilling. Well, not really chilling. They're getting to work. But I thought something was a little comical. I don't know if you can see this, but it was up a little bit further. But I mean, it still shows pretty good. He is sort of swaying in the wind. That thing is like leaning to the back as he's on there. It's and every time a little gust comes up, the thing just starts bobbing around a little bit with him on there. We got a little window here in the bedroom. Yay! It's gonna be a tight fit. I think we were supposed to have like a queen size bed in here. I don't know if it's gonna fit in here.
Yeah, 60 inches.
So from there to there, I guess we'll have the sunlight beating in on you while you sleep, I guess. I'm not sure. Yeah, this wall sort of stopped until we can figure everything out. We actually decided what we're gonna do, but waiting for contractor to be here this afternoon. Hopefully he shows up. He's supposed to be here at 3, and we got another window forming in our kitchen area. This is actually going to be our kitchen sink just in front of at that window, and then this is all of our appliance wall. Refrigerator, stove, and ovens all going on this wall right here. So we didn't put no window there. I don't know if it's a good idea or a bad idea. We're just gonna put a screen door on this back door over here, and leave the door open so we got a nice cool breeze. Putting the scaffolding up now, so they have some this wall to build. Measured it out. It's almost 10 feet, so we're almost at the top. That's the base of the next set of forms. For all you that ain't here in the Philippines, and when the sun is beating down, you cover your motorcycle seat however you can. Well, there you go. Hollow block with a piece of cardboard. Keeping his seat so he doesn't burn everything when he sits down on it later on. Got a little bit of an order. Wonder how fast this is gonna go. I'm actually thinking they're running through the cement pretty quick. They're doing all the walls. I would suspect next week we'll be getting another order of this, but we got all kinds of other goodies in here. I'm not even sure exactly what we have. Looks like all the stuff, all the mixings, sun and rain, order list, elastometric waterproofing paint. So they're gonna put all of this down on the bottom stuff. I don't know if this is enough, but I would suspect it is as much as all the stuff that they got in here. Let's take a look. I think we're a little ahead on things. I don't know what this is for, but this is Wood Saver. Prevents attack by wood borers and decay fungi. We have some flat white exterior interior latex paint. I guess it's gonna be our base coat for the outside of these walls once we get to that point. We got a little bundle of PPR. It's after lunchtime. This is sort of new to me. I didn't notice it the last time I was here, but they got a whole lot of piping for making scaffolding. And these guys are busy over here using it. And they cut up some of them to make them into halves. I don't know how many more of these they're gonna whack up, but they're gonna need them in full lengths later on in this project. Also come back, they put water down on the side so it pulls down the dirt and weights it down and fills in all the little gaps. They ran it pretty good. It actually fell the dirt, well, mud now, went down quite a bit. So they'll have to refill that back in later on, but they got a bunch of other stuff to work on too besides doing that. They are getting this column put back together with the it looks like actually the same box. I'm not 100% sure, but it might be the same box that failed yesterday. They got everything sorted out. They chipped out the big chunk that was all messed up where it failed at yesterday, and they're fixing it completely all the way up to where it needs to be today. These guys are moving right along with the walls. These hollow blocks are coming up pretty quick. It's going to be interesting to see how they finish off this window portion. It's wide, but it's not very long. It's supposedly cabinets go above this window. You don't have cabinets below it, but they gotta go, I think, like a half a hollow block up still in the window area. And this wall, it's just flying up because they don't have no worries other than this door that's gonna be right here. It's just a straight wall.
Well, my husband had to go because he had to pick up his friend from Navy. I'm going to take over the camera and the filming. So he'll be back soon after maybe an hour.
Yeah, I gotta go fight traffic through the city to pick him up on the other side.
Yes. I'm in charge right now to capture everything. Well, it looks like they're gonna do a tour today, but it's only 2 columns because they're short of time and it's already 4 o'clock. They might be doing overtime, but I'm not sure. But I think beside these 2, they have to fill in that blue color casing because top of it is still empty. Well, they are starting to put all the concrete in there because it's pouring right now and these guys are getting wet. If you see the surrounding, it's poor guys, they're gonna be all wet. But you know, they have a goal that they wanted to pour all these 3 columns, so tomorrow it will be all dried up. Well, it looks pretty good. There's not much soup or water going down in the bottle. And of course the vibrator is right there. Definitely this guy's all wet right now. Alright guys, I think we're done for today. So I just seen like they just poured the first of the 3 column, and I don't know if they're gonna continue because the rain is getting hard right now. And hope you guys enjoy our today's video, and please like if you like it. If you haven't subscribed our channel, click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you guys can get notified for our next video. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.